Hello, and welcome, my friends, to the next video in the Create Better Content series, where I show you how to tap into your creativity so that you can stay consistent with your marketing and reach more customers. My name is Penny, and I'm your guide through this unique content development process. I want to teach you how to create engaging content for sales pages, social media, email sequences, all of those things that you use for your marketing strategy so that you can reach more qualified customers. And if you want to learn more about creativity and how this can help you develop your content marketing plans, I would love to see you hit that button below and subscribe to this channel. And below in the description box, I always like to remind you that there are several links down there. One of the links that you're going to see is for the Content Calendar Blueprint program. It's an email-based training, and it's a comprehensive guide more than anything to show you how to set up your content calendar. And it takes you through these steps and these process with videos and workbooks so that you can set the content calendar up for what your business needs. But it also is ready when you're ready to go to the next level or to launch a new product. So the link is down there if you want to take a look at that. And another link that you're going to see down there is so that you can join us in the Marketing Strategy Collective program. In my videos, you might have heard me talking about working with clients and working with other like-minded small business owners. And this is the program that I'm talking about. We get together on Patreon. We have a monthly Zoom call. You get strategy workbooks that get sent to your inbox every single month. So you see the links below and you know what to do to learn more. All right, so today's video, let's talk about content in the sense of not the content itself, but your content creation process, your content workflow, your routine, your habits, whichever word you want to use. I like to call it a content workflow because it's basically the process from what happens between when we get an idea for content to when it actually gets published and other people are engaging with it. So let's talk about that today, because I don't want to just talk about calendars or the idea themselves, but the process that makes your content creation consistent. It means that, something that you can do consistently so that you're showing up, but you're not just burning yourself out. Because here's the thing, because I think that we get to this mindset where we think that more is better. And so then we start hustling our way through our marketing. And maybe that works for a good week or two, maybe possibly, maybe a whole month if you can push through hard enough. But it's not a long-term strategy. And this hustle method of content creation is exactly why so many small business owners burn out. So many of them quit or feel like their marketing just doesn't work for them. So here's the truth when it comes to this. Content creation itself isn't the hard part. Because I think that most of you who are sitting here listening to me today can probably come up with maybe 10 different ideas for posts in the next 30 minutes, or even 10 minutes for that matter. So the problem isn't so much all these ideas that we have. The problem becomes the process, or maybe specifically, I should say, a lack of process. So if it sounds like this, this is what I mean by this. I think that a lot of people will sit down, small business owners, marketing managers, you're getting ready to post something, you sit down at your laptop and you think, okay, what am I supposed to be saying today? What are we talking about? What's the topic of the month, or what's the offer that we're sharing? And then 20 minutes later, you're like scrolling Instagram saying, I'm looking for inspiration. And then you're like, okay, that's not working. So then you spend another 20 minutes starting to write a post, delete it, start it again, delete it. And it's just like, there's just nothing coming to you. And you just feel it's just meh. You're like, I'm just not going to do anything today. I'd rather not post something. I'll just do a better job tomorrow. This is what seems to be happening. And I know this because, as I shared with you at the very beginning of the video, I have clients that I work with. There's the group program that I work with, and I talk to other small business owners. And I have found time and time again that when you don't have a content workflow process, when you don't have something in place, what happens is this. overwhelm easily creeps in because every single post, every single, thing that you're sharing, from videos to writing a blog post to sharing something on Instagram, it feels like you're starting from scratch. And so you can jump on ChatGPT all you want and write all these things, but it still has this process of every single post starting from scratch. And that leads you to being inconsistent. And you only post when you can. But if life gets busy or you've got other things going on, there's a drop off. And what happens when there's a drop off and you are not consistently showing up, and that you are not, doing these touch points with your customers as often as you can? And I don't just mean on social media. I'm talking through emails. I'm talking about any way that we will communicate with our potential customers. You lose leads. Because if you are not being consistent, if you are not nurturing your community, if you are not out there building trust for them to buy from you, they don't know you're there. So it's like this. It's like trying to, let's give you an example here. It's trying to cook dinner every night without ever making a grocery list. Sure, you can start walking around the store and you're like, okay, I'm hungry for this, I'm hungry for that, this is on sale, this is on sale. And so you start grabbing things from, the store, and then you come home and you're like, oh, what do I have here? I got a bunch of stuff from the store. I don't know if this is even a meal because I was just so hungry when I did it. I wasn't really thinking. And now I've got mustard, pickles, shredded cheese. I don't know. Let's all put all this thing together, and I just bought some ground beef. There you go. There's dinner. So there's your dinner. That's your plan. And this is what happens with our marketing. We're tired. We're just hungry. We just want something right now. And so we try to pull something together as quick as we can. And then we look in our pantry and we see, oh, we've got our mustard and pickles, and the fridge says shredded cheese. So we find that our marketing turns into a mustard, pickle, shredded cheese dinner. And your community is like, what? I don't get this. And they're not connecting, and they're not engaging, and then you're wondering what is going on. Here I am posting, and it just cycles over and over and over again. And if you find yourself in that, and I know I'm being funny here with mustard and pickles and shredded cheese, and I'm not trying to poke at you, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get you to see a difference between having a content workflow process and not having one. Because a content workflow process, what it really is it's something that's going to be a simple, repeatable process that takes you from idea, creation, to publishing, to even repurposing. Now, I know that when I say the word workflow or routine or process or system, a lot of you out there are going to think I'm talking about some complicated corporate style system with spreadsheets and 20,000 steps you have to do. And it's not. It's really not, because here's the thing about this content workflow process. It's entirely up to what your business needs, what you need to do to create your marketing flow. What does your business do to go from idea to creation to publishing to even repurposing it? What do you do? It's like, what is the path, the roadmap? Every time you sit down to work on your marketing, that's the thing about the workflow. It shows you what's your next step, so you're not guessing what to post. You're not guessing where is it going. You're not guessing what you're supposed to be saying today. You're following this path. You're following the workflow process because you know that it's going to get you from point A of the idea down to point B of publishing and sharing it with your community. So when we think about workflow, and we think about developing our own customized workflow based upon what our business needs to implement our marketing, and I want to be very clear about this. We look at things like the time that it takes us for brainstorming ideas. Do we brainstorm once a week? Do we do this once a month? What about batch creation? Do we batch the time when we're writing our posts? Do we batch the time when we're filming our videos, when we're recording our podcast, when we're recording our audio, when we're creating images? That goes into the workflow. And then there's scheduling and setting reminders so things get posted. That goes into the workflow. And if you have a repurposing content strategy where you can take videos or blog posts and turn them into multiple posts, this step goes into the workflow. So what ends up happening is when you build your workflow process, it actually starts to save you time and your brain power, because it removes that daily pressure of, what am I doing today? What am I posting today? You spending 20 minutes looking for inspiration, and it puts you right into, all right, this is Monday morning. This is what we do on Monday. And then on Tuesday, this is what we do on Tuesday. So let's get ready for Tuesday and let's prepare for Tuesday. You know what the next step is. It gives you the flow. That's why I call it a workflow. And when you're in the flow, when you are moving from one point to the next point to the next point, not only are you getting more done, but you're doing it in a way where you're actually building your business online, and you're not hustling. You're not burning yourself out. And I get this, because for those of you who have not done this before, you're probably going, okay, I see the benefits to this. But what you're asking me to do is now create one more system to manage, one more process to deal with, one more step thing I have to set up. Yes, I am. But let me give you the reasons why you want to do something like this, your content workflow. Yes, it is going to eventually save you time. Initially, when you set it up, it's going to take a little bit of time, but the more frequently you do the steps, the more often you do them, the quicker you get at this. And it's natural for us as humans that when we repeat something over and over again, it turns into a habit, so that we don't even think about sometimes what we're doing, and we do it quicker and quicker because now we've got the steps ingrained in our brain. So instead of spending hours each week kind of scattered around all these different things, and doing this and doing that and doing this, you actually are consolidating your time and you're streamlining your efforts. So the time that you do sit down to work on your content creation, you have a plan in place. You know what you're focusing on, you know what you're working on, and you get it done. And because you're able to get this done, it reduces your stress. So there's no more of that panic posting, no more last minute scrambling. I forgot I haven't done anything this week. Let me throw something up on Instagram as quick as I can. And it allows you to show up consistently. And when you are consistent, it builds trust. And when people trust you, they begin to buy from you. And when we do all of these things, we're saving time, we're no more panic posting, we're showing up consistently. Your marketing starts working for you, because you'll be able to start posting regularly, and you're not just throwing something at the wall because you're like, oh my goodness, I forgot I had to post this week. Let me put a quote up really quick. It means that you're building a library of content. It means that you're creating content that has purpose, and it's intentional, and it's going to keep working for you over time. And so when we think about this content, the idea of a content workflow, that's what it's all about. It's not about me giving you one more thing to do, but this one more thing that I am asking you to do is going to save you hours and stress and all kinds of things that you're dealing with right now in your business. And let me say this too. Most small businesses don't just quit with their marketing because it doesn't work. They quit because it feels overwhelming and they've lost control of it, and they feel like there's too many pieces and parts, and they don't know where to start, they don't know how to do it, so they just stop doing it. Your content workflow, when you pull this together, is what's going to keep you in the marketing game, and it's going to keep you there and staying consistent so that you are going to start to see the results. Trust me, my friend, you do not have to hustle harder. What you do need is a content workflow that works with your life and the way that your business shares your marketing, because that's what's going to keep you consistent. That's what's going to help you avoid any kind of content development, creation, burnout. And it's going to turn your marketing from just like, oh my gosh, one more thing I have to do, into a sustainable process that not only are you enjoying doing it, but you're going to see that it's actually grows your business and helps you reach more customers. So thank you so much for joining me today. If this episode gave you some ideas to start developing your own content workflow for your marketing, I would love to see you hit that like button and then hit the share button and share it with another business owner. And if you're looking for step-by-steps of how to develop a content workflow process, this month's Marketing Strategy Collective Workbook is packed with tools and prompts. And I'm going to show you how to develop your own content creation strategy. And if you're ready to take this further, I would love to see you join us inside the Marketing Strategy Collective. All of these ideas that I talked about, all of this workflow process, we can help you set that up. We can help you work through any of your questions, any of your challenges where you're struggling. We are here to support your growth one step at a time. So stop working in a solo bubble and see the link below and learn more about how you can work in a collaborative space. Because you are magnificent, my friend. And let me be the first to say, I'm proud of you. Until next time.